everyone, and welcome to the GOG.com live stream, and welcome to Tuesdays with Tex, my second series here on the GOG.com live Twitch channel. We're about to start playing Tesla Effect, a Tex Murphy adventure. So the idea behind this series is that we are going to play the Tex Murphy games, starting with the latest one, Tesla Effect. We're going to play from start to finish, and depending on your feedback and the way you like this series or not, we may actually continue the series Tuesdays with Tex right here on GOG by playing the other games from the series as well. So I'd like to say a warm welcome to everyone. Jordy Jones, Outstar, thank you for the lovely Divinity Original Scene livestream. Welcome to everyone else. Faulo, you missed them playing Divinity, but I'll be here playing some Tesla Effect if you want to stay on and watch. Pyron Jade, welcome. Alien Mind, Duplo Duplex, Night Wolf, Captain Judaism, have fun playing Monster Hunter. I hear it's a cool game. One thing I want to ask you guys is I've been sort of tweaking my sound settings all day long, so just let me know if you can hear me well, and if you can see the live stream okay, and all that good stuff. I'm going to take a moment here to wait for some feedback from chat. Okay, people are saying that the game is really loud. Yeah, Captain Judaism, it won't be that loud all throughout the game. There's just moments of music. But I will... I did tweak the sound settings just now. It won't be that loud all the time. I've been tweaking and changing some sound settings on my computer all day long. Hopefully I will manage to find a good balance. I figured out one of the problems that I had was with the actual drivers that are for my headset that I had installed for my headset. They're official, but they're kind of messing things along. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start playing the game, a game which I have played before and which I really enjoy. It's one of my favorite games from 2014. I've actually sent out a tweet to Big Finish Games, the company behind the game. Hopefully they'll be popping by to take a sneak peek at the live stream, or maybe actually and maybe type something in chat if they're willing. I just wanted, if they're around here, to let them know that I love this game a whole lot, and it's one of my favorite games from 2014. And I'm going to... Oh, nope. Shouldn't have done that. Because I had been testing for a little while before the live stream.
You have a fax.
Yeah. My bad. Change profile. The Weekend Sleuth. What? I can't type The Weekend Sleuth? I will just bind these together then. There we go. And I'm going to be playing this on casual, because there's a few puzzles here and there where I might get stuck, and I don't want to do that because it's kind of annoying. Cyboff, there's no drivers for... I don't have 3.5mm jack headphones. I've got a USB headset made by Plantronics. It's the Gamecom 780, and they do have some drivers, so it's annoying because they're made for the surround sound thingamajig that they do, but the thing is, that doesn't really make that much of a difference, and when you install them, they cut out volume from the microphone and everything else. I'm going to be playing this on casual, just to repeat that, because there's some puzzles I might get stuck on, and I want the ability to skip them if I get stuck on them for too long. However, on casual, the puzzles are not immediately solved for you. You have the option of getting some hints only if you want to, and I'm not going to use the option to get hints unless we get stuck. So here we go. Gonna start playing the game.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here. There is a vast and malignant evil at work on the earth, and fate, for some reason that even I cannot fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are. Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
Yes, for those who don't know, this game was wonderfully crowdfunded on Kickstarter. Very successful story.
Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him. Even a set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving it empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. And that's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do. There was a time when I would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this, but maybe Judas would understand.
Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
Hey, you! Over here! Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway? Howza, you really got a hit on the head. Remember me? Your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your Smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick, whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
Okay, guys, just to quickly say that because the intro was a bit long, which is cool, I like it, but we're on a live stream here, I'm gonna skip the tutorial. I know how to use the inventory, we're fine with that. Just to answer a quick question, Lucky the Tourist, I hope it shows up, the name, title, and everything shows up for you okay. I'm still seeing Divinity Original Sin, but I can't refresh my page unless I alt-tab out of the game, and I don't want to do that. If it's showing up for you, that's great, but I don't have any access to change it. To answer some of the other questions or comments, to pick up some of the comments here, Apple Child, it's not the Star Wars music, it's maybe there's an influence here and there, but it's an original soundtrack, which is really, really cool. The music in this is amazing. Pyron Jade, good night. See you for the live stream tomorrow. I hope it goes all thumbs up for you. Alien Mind, thank you for the feedback, and Cybuff, thank you for the feedback as well. So let's get into playing the game. I'm going to quickly take a second here at the beginning and explain why I chose casual. I'm going to show you exactly the difference, I hope, between casual and gamer mode. So we're here on Chandler Street in Tex's office, and basically, as you can see, there's nothing out, nothing popping out, nothing different between this, between what you would see on gamer mode, except if we take out our flashlight. And I'm going to use some objects here on this desk, which I know about, to demonstrate. When you use the flashlight in casual mode, it gives these sparkly effects over the items with which you can interact. I'm not gonna use it unless I get stuck, because I don't want to get stuck. I want to keep this live stream going, and with adventure games, you know, you can get stuck for a very long time, and that's not fun. That's not fun for anyone. The other difference is that you get some hints here, you know, tips on how to do certain steps of the game. Again, I don't want to use this unless I have to. Otherwise, I think that by playing it just like this, without the flashlight and without those hints, it's essentially the same game you'd get as playing on Gamer. So we keep getting shout at because we have a fax.
Yeah, no detective worth his salt would be without a fax machine.
Of course.
Oh boy, a fax.
We have a fax.
It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on.
By the way, one of the cool things about this game for me, although I haven't played any of the other games in the series, is the fact that it's filled with throwbacks and links and connections and all sorts of cool connections to the previous games. Pretty cool. And I don't know if you noticed, but if you get an item, place it in your inventory, and then investigate it with this magnifying glass button here, you'll get some detective points, and at the end you'll get an overall score rating, which is sort of an incentive for you to replay the game to get as many points as possible.
That was a waste of time.
Hey Murph, this is from Archie Ellis, a character from the old games, and we'll be seeing him in this game pretty soon. Hey Murph, I've been out of state doing UFO research, also checking out a Bigfoot sighting, but that's another story. I should be back in a couple of days, and it would be great to catch up on what you are working on. Archie Ellis. Pretty cool. And what's this?
Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack.
So this is a collectible, and I'm going to try to get as many of these in the game as I can, but I didn't manage to get all of them before. Yes, Cybuff, agreed. One of the other cool things about this is that you don't have to have played the other games. It actually works as a standalone game. That's why we're playing it first. We're sort of introducing you to the entire Tex Murphy series, and if you like this Tuesdays with Tex live stream series here on GOG's Twitch, if you like me as the host, and if you want to see some more some more Tex Murphy here, once we're done with Tesla Effect, if your feedback is positive, I may convince GOG to let me play the other games as well.
Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack.
What's this?
My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop.
If you have seen any of my messages on Twitter, that's the Weekend Slice, at the Weekend Slice on Twitter. I've been posting that for this Tuesday you should bring a mug of Armageddon Blend. Armageddon Blend, sorry, I'm mispronouncing that all over the place. Armageddon Blend. This is the Armageddon Blend, Louis' coffee.
My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop.
What's all this money?
What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here. Yeah, it's a picture of pre-World War III San Francisco.
Did you notice he said pre-World War III? Well, Tex Murphy, the games take place in the future after World War III, when Earth is so irradiated, essentially, that it led to the creation of mutants, and to the fact that people don't go out outside of their homes during the day. They go outside of their homes during the night. That's why the game takes place at night, and of course how can I say this? There's a large influence from some pretty cool sci-fi movies, most of all Blade Runner in this, and there's also a mixture of really old school detective movies in this, like the ones with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall and all those good ones from the back of those film noir series of movies. Here's a hole in the wall.
Well, I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly recent, judging from the debris. Who would have done this? And why?
Ah, mystery.
Yeah, more furniture I don't recognize. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor.
Yep. I think great-grandpa Murphy was the first one to start the dance instructor business. Not sure if I remember correctly.
I don't remember my office furniture being so nice. What happened? Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay.
Let's see if there's anything in these here drawers. Don't think there's anything. Nope. Here's one of the throwbacks to the older games.
Ah, the Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill of fear down my spine whenever I think of him. This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to map out fun spots to visit inside your brain.
Psychometry. Pretty cool.
Enigma. Sounds like the story of my life. Why would I be researching this?
Ah, I guess we'll find out.
It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these?
Yeah, if you don't if you haven't noticed, Tex is a bit confused. He doesn't remember a lot of things or recognize a lot of things.
PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business.
Just like in the old games, you can interact with most of the stuff on screen, open drawers, and pretty cool. Pretty cool level of interaction here, which is pretty uncommon these days. Archesny, yeah, there was a Tex Murphy GOG sale a while back, actually. It was a pretty cool sale for all of the, well, not all, but all of the Tex Murphy games on GOG. I think all of the games that Wadjet Eye publishes on GOG, which are really cool adventure games, the Blackwell series, Primordia, Resonance, the Shiva, a list of those. And some other games, I think some of the games from Telltale that are on GOG. But yeah, it'd be cool if there wasn't like a pack of... You could get always a pack of Tex Murphy games.
The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in. Oh, my decoder ring.
Hey, hey. What is this?
Whoa, this melted chocolate bar's been in here for a while. Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory me fasolato!
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
How do you get lost before I eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
Yeah, the dude had an addiction to chocolate, which we can all sympathize with, can we?
Blue's always useful. Blue's always useful.
Picked up some glue. What is this?
Article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history? It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero. Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick.
Hey, one of these hats has a bullet hole in it.
These are the fedoras I've collected over the years, and I take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam!
And you! Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
E_A, buddy, just has some green tea myself. Just to warm up my lovely voice for the live stream. Nothing I can pick up in these. What's this?
Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean.
That's a fancy computer. That looks like a nice setup for live streaming there, Tex. Oh man, I wish I had 3 monitors. I only have 2. Only have 2. Poor little me.
Oh man, my Richie Havens signature guitar signature disappeared. That'll teach me to get an autograph with a dry erase marker. Oh man, this record's broken in 2.
This is a good way to learn about puzzles. Well, item puzzles.
Oh man, this record's broken in 2.
We get some bonus points for investigating these because
it's a
there's
bottle
my
of stupid
inventory. Now we've got glue and a broken record, which sounds like me.
I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it.
Yeah, Nightwolf, one of those setups myself.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record. It's my one stability in this crazy world.
And what is this?
Ah, my old trusty Victrola still seems the same. Plays my 78s.
I close my eyes and dream of one, the one I love so dear.
Nice. Hey, Bogey. I don't understand what it says there. I don't know if this was a character from the game. I don't remember. I mean, if they're trying to say, but...
One of my golf partners. Old Bogey, we call him.
Sort of either trying to imply that Bogart didn't die, or that maybe there's something else I don't know, or maybe just a joke. In either case, the Humphrey Bogart movies, I grew up with these. All of his movies. I love him. He's my favorite actor of all time, actually.
The Maltese Falcon. I don't remember picking up this little souvenir. How long was I knocked out?
It's the stuff that dreams are made of, kid. For those who remember the movie, The Maltese Falcon. If you haven't seen The Maltese Falcon, people, you should go and watch it. Like ASAP. Not right now, watch the live stream. After this.
These are my credentials. They don't just give this to anyone. You have to pay a fee.
What do we have here? The University of Investigation of Utah. This is funny. Private investigator. And... oh, can't really make out what that says. It Correspondence School of Private Investigation, but it doesn't say Bachelor of Dirt Cheap Detectives. That's funny. Dirt Cheap Detectives. I hadn't seen that one. Let's go see what Tex has in this other room.
Whoa. I've never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what are they paying me for?
This is actually the pile of money that we saw right here on the floor.
On Saturday nights, I push the furniture to the walls and cut loose on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
True that. This is the money that was there. It's been nicely packed and tucked away.
I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Looks like a genuine antique instead of something I normally get at a white elephant sale.
And here's another comic book.
Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if he's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since.
Yeah, we'll be meeting that character pretty soon, though. But the comic book, if you hadn't noticed, had bite marks.
Yeah, not many people wake up from blackouts with new furniture. What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Am I going crazy here? And it's a sitting room. Good for sitting. Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now. Ah, that was from my first jackalope hunt.
And...
Perfect. All I need is one good night stand.
Hey, that's a zinger of a joke. Picked up some of these comic books. They're already up here on the wall. If you pick every single one of them up, they get all of them get placed up here. I'm hoping to get as many as I can, but I don't think I'll get them all.
Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me. The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange.
And if people remember the ending to Indiana Jones and what happened to the Ark.
Pick up and footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back, but I've never had the nerve to open it all the way.
Government sale. Remember where the Ark went? Into that government storage facility? Pretty cool. Let's get back on the case and see what's up on the streets, but first...
My indispensable water cooler still doesn't have paper cups.
And this is from, actually, I think this is going to be, guys, this is going to be, I think, sort of a memento from the first Tex Murphy game, Mean Streets, which came out in 1988, I think. And it was completely different from Tesla Effect or Pandora Directive or Under a Killing Moon.
Well, this happened on my first case. I was in the shootout of my life at the warehouse district. I took a bullet, and while I was recovering, I swore I was always going to use my brains before brawn.
Pretty cool. It actually explains, you know, the combat in those games was pretty, you know, messy, and I think it got some negative feedback. That's why they removed it for future games. Berserkaren. I love the humor as well in these games. There are, well, not the games because I only played this one, but I love it. It's one of my favorite games, and out of 2014, and I think out of all time.
From here, I get a great view of Chandler Avenue. The original Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yep, says right here, Tex Murphy PI and dance instructor.
So it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gunshell casings in a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
So that's our first objective, essentially, to find out what happened there. And here, essentially, with a shootout and everything else.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
This is, yeah, from now on, guys, expect some spoilers from the previous games. Because this, connects to the ending of Overseer, the previous game in the series, which ended on a major cliffhanger. Like, really, really, really major. And they didn't get to finish up what happened in terms of the story above that cliffhanger until Tesla Effect, which was, what, 15 or so 16 or so years later or something like that. Here's another flashback.
Lead pipes are always magically drawn to my skull like moths to the flame.
Damn! Yeah, Tex. Do it. Damn. Nope. Damn it. That hurt. That hurt too. Holy crap. What the? That's weird. He's a shapeshifter. Yeah, I haven't played the previous game, so not really sure what that was all about, and I don't want any spoilers, guys, because I'm planning on playing those as well.
That's an empty vial.
It's an empty vial. Guess I was drugged or something.
Where is he? He's up at the window. I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
Just getting those bonus points. Tesla ready for business. He has bought the land for his wireless telegraphy station and let the contracts for the building. What? Let? Not really sure what that means.
He's injected himself. I don't care. Drag him into the speeder.
I think someone was getting abducted. This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me?
Yeah, let's take a look at that photo.
Whoa, it's a picture of me at my office. Someone's been spying on me from the top floor of the electronics shop.
Yep, there's Tex. Old Dodger. Good night, buddy.
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window. Alright, just shut out our headlight.
Remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway. Motor oil, the secret ingredient to Louis' Armageddon blend. Louis usually up at this time. I should ask him if he heard anything.
Is there a second clue?
Nice graffiti art.
It's a mattress. That's not a clue.
Nice graffiti art.
And this is Chandler Avenue. Pretty cool.
Nice speeder, and it's parked in my favorite handicap spot.
See about that a bit later, but the first direction we're supposed to go in is right here.
Well, looks like Louis at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
Let's go meet.
I'm here to see my pal Louis, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Let's see one of these FMV cutscenes that this game is famous for.
Well, hello, stranger.
This totally feels like a dream.
That has got to be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Just for that, I'm gonna get you some coffee.
I have no idea, actually. This is one of the things that I really am confused about this game. I'm not getting a hint of what he's going to say or the meaning of the words he's going to use. If it's going to be mean or polite or funny, depending on these options here. But I'm just going to choose whichever one I feel like describes the things I want to say as text. If that makes any sense to you guys.
I can get it.
Oh, I know how you like it. Like your women. Full of liquor.
Snap.
Yeah, okay. Just this once.
Don't be bashful, cowboy. I like a man who can hold his liquor.
Oh, I can hold it all right. It's just when I drink it, I get really drunk really fast.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
Maybe we should introduce ourselves.
You do, huh? In the mood for a little role-playing? Who do you think you are? Mr. Tall, blonde, and bloodied.
Maybe I should go find Louis.
You shouldn't go drinking without me. Next time, call me and we'll get sloshed together. Ah, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours.
See you, Uncle Louie.
See you, Taylor. Mr. Murphy, what are you doing here?
Mr. Murphy? Come on, Louie. What happened to Moith?
Is there something I can do for you? Because if not, I got stuff to do in the back.
Why are you acting mad at me?
You know why. You drunk again? I told you. You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
Well, I don't feel drunk. It's just my brain's a little foggy.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you. Everything is completely different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I don't know. Something with Chelsea.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there? On the fridge?
2050. What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda.
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
This is how the previous game ended.
Oh no!
What? It's me.
Look, somebody has stolen our car. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here. I'm sitting on a great. God, that's hot!
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
The Fabergé World Tour 44, the most exotic and exquisite exhibit of the day.
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, sir.
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing. Why isn't there anything?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. It wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you got injected with something. Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
What about Chelsea? Where is she? I mean, is she okay?
You said to never say nothing about her. Never again.
Let's go see the doctor.
Your niece, Taylor, she said something about a doctor at the North Hill Clinic?
Ah, Kate Donahue. She's a friend of Taylor's. She's real good. I'll bet she could fix you up.
So, what about this woman, Taylor? I mean, she seems to know me pretty well.
That ain't none of our business, Mike. I never thought you was the right guy for her.
Damn, Louis.
But two adults can do what they want to do.
That's true.
Murph, you really need to see a doctor. You can't be driving in this condition. Tell you what, I'll call you a cab. I'll have them wait till you're ready to go.
And boom, this is the other mechanic where you get to ask questions. Let's go ask some questions. Hey, members in 8-bit, welcome to the live stream, buddy.
It sure is good to have the old knife back. I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike.
Here's the strange thing. After I was finished with Tesla Effect, I really wanted another Tex Murphy game. So I'm really, really hoping that these guys that this game was successful enough for Big Finish Games for them to make another Tex Murphy game. And the cool thing is that there's a guy on I found a guy on YouTube. I'll bring over a link next Tuesday. And he's been trying to recreate the previous Tex Murphy games, at least under A Killing Moon and Pandora Directive and Overseer. He's been trying to create those games in Unity, the same graphics engine that Tesla Effect is using. So they look pretty much just like Tesla Effect graphically, but he's trying to recreate the previous games in Unity. And I really wish maybe Big Finish Games could do something like that. It would be really cool to see those games, same gameplay, same story, just updated controls and graphics. It'd be really cool.
We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. Cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the shooting or getting taken.
E_A. Well, actually, from my knowledge, FMV was brought in because people wanted to have games tell complex and meaningful stories, and they really couldn't do that with the graphics engines that they had. I mean, think about it. Your characters in games look like the imps from Doom. You can't expect one of those imps to, you know, shout out some Shakespeare all of a sudden and actually show emotion and be good at it. From what I understand, that's why they brought in real actors into these things. Now for the Tex Murphy games, not only were they looking to do that, have real emotion, a deep story, real acting, they were also looking at the idea of making the sort of interactive movie. And I think, in my opinion, with Tesla Effect, they actually are like 90% of the way there. No joke. Nightwolf, I don't know about the full motion from those segments from those games. I don't know if he can, if the guy I saw on YouTube can incorporate those into his technological reimagining. I don't think he can, because I think he would need access to the original video that the FMV was made from, and I think only Big Finish Games has that access. I think. I'm not sure. But at least, you know, it's sort of an idea that maybe someone later on with the proper financing can go to Big Finish Games and maybe, you know. Cybuff, yeah. With Tesla Effect, here's a really cool story. These guys got the rights to make another Tex Murphy game after a long battle with the people who used to own the rights, and they didn't have enough money to make a good game. They said they said they wouldn't want to make a game unless they could do it properly. They had some of their own money, and they went to Kickstarter, and they got some money from there. The budget for this game was a little over $1 million. $1 million. Think about it. I'm not trying to say that other people are spending more money for bad games and things like that, but think of the other Kickstarted big name adventure game, Broken Age by Double Fine. They made $3 million from Kickstarter alone. But even then, that money wasn't enough for them to finish the game. They had to split the game in 2 parts and sell the first part separately so that they can use the profits from that to continue making the second part of the game. I mean, what these guys managed to do for $1 million, from all points of view, is outstanding. And one of the things that I like about this game is that if you put it next to the previous games in the series, it doesn't look like a game made 15, 16 years in the future. It looks like a game made 4, 5, 6 years in the future from those games. Meaning that it fits right into the series without being completely jarring. Now the video, of course, it's 2K resolution, which is absolutely cool. But I don't expect someone having $1 million and a small crew to come up with Crysis 3 level graphics. Let's be honest here. I think licensing the Crysis 3 engine alone would have cost them $1 million or more without even, at the time I'm speaking about, and would have, or no, well, not $1 million, but it would have cost them enough to actually not allow them to actually make the game. So yeah.
Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up. I don't got a ladder. You might want to check at the Golden Gate Hotel. They've been doing a bunch of renovations.
Exactly, Memories, Nate-Bit. It feels like the old games, but it's updated enough to where it feels recent and modern. I like that. Now we need a ladder to get up to that window, and Louis here just gave us a clue where we could find one.
I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine. You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time. I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror, does a lot of investigations, and she's a real peach. Sweet, smart, funny. I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together, but maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way. Oh, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be.
Yeah, Jigsaw nowadays, but you have to consider when this game started development. It came out in 2014, and I believe it took them something like 2 years or something to make it entirely. So back then, graphics engines and licensing those engines was a completely different story. And even today, you can get CryEngine or Unreal Engine for a small fee, but there are some other things that go behind the scenes, like they want some part of your profit or part of your, yeah, whatever. I don't know all the technical details, but thinking that they only had $1 million, you kind of see that their budget was, they had to get a tech, they had to get the actors, the makeup.
I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember, but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore.
I can't go to the North Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive.
Gotta figure out how to get up there, and Louis here said to go to the Golden Gate Hotel and get us here some of that.
Wow.
Letter
this place
action.
Really has been renovated. I guess that dumbbell Ardo must have come into some money. But as I walk to the counter, I suspect this place is under new management.
Holograms are people too.
Welcome in. Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you? Mr. Murphy?
Wow. Service around here has gotten a lot better and a lot smarter. Call me Tex.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all...
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it, and I didn't get any time off for a month.
And that was supposed to be me? How do you know so much about me anyway?
Unlike you tangibles, we have computer brains.
So, you got a name?
You know very well who I am. Holly Graham. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
Ah.
Oh yeah, we humans love the lowest form of humor. Speaking of which,
oh man, I didn't want to say that.
Too. I mean, what kind of a joke is that?
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I had to know because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
Well, I support you 100%. I believe everybody deserves equal treatment.
Really? The last person I thought I'd hear that from.
Flip.
Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
We just flipped.
I think you may have the wrong Mr. Murphy. A little Q&A might clear that up.
Sure. Though I should warn you, I don't get out much. Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you. I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off. Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel, is it?
Yeah, Applejack, I know. He like flip. I now support you.
We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse. I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door. I think he came in one time with Mojo, the kid from the barbecue place. It was awkward. Oh, you know me. Just a hologram. Here to serve my tangible oppressors. The nicest tangible I've ever met. Taylor's my bestie, my real friend. I don't know what she's doing with you.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out.
By the way, guys, this part of the game is very story-driven, and I won't have a lot of opportunities to talk. But later on, the game actually does have puzzle moments and exploratory moments. Exploratory moments? That sounds nasty, like, no. Proctologist memories. No. Moments where you explore certain levels of the game, so I might get a chance to be more talkative in the future.
All these pictures of how beautiful San Francisco used to be just depress me. When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... Oh.
That's a little wing there, because Salt Lake is where Big Finish Games is located. And here's...
It's a key to a lockbox.
Which we're going to be using right soon.
Use a throw pillow.
Anything around here? Pardon the dust while we make some exciting changes to our ballroom.
Hopefully ballroom renovations include installing an actual ball pit.
Damn! Tex wants a bowling alley to be installed.
I guess this is time out for unruly guests. I'm surprised people still read newspapers, but admittedly, they bring a nice nostalgia.
Can we go deeper into the hotel?
Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here.
And I'm not a guest. Yeah, let's keep moving.
Door.
Yeah, we know it's a door. Tex, open it. Click the wrong button.
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
Yeah, needs a key. Yeah, needs a key. It's a key to a lockbox.
So we have the key, but we need a code. But remember what Holly Graham said? She said that they keep something to open the door next to the door. Well, we could go exploring all day long, but I know exactly what we're looking for right here.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
Hey Joe, we changed the Snow White warehouse lockbox code to new code 4268. Destroy this after reading. Well, he didn't.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
There you go.
Some familiar names on the Chamber Avenue sex offender list.
Sex offender, what? Nilo Polio, Benny Shaw, Ted Bear, misdemeanors, Carrie Larry. What the? I don't know if those are characters from the previous games.
A ladder would be useful, except I can't reach it when it's on that pulley.
Yeah, I gotta get that down from there.
Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse.
Mutant novelties. What the hell is that?
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia.
It's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
I heard he had my name tattooed on his knuckles, and he wants to show me firsthand when he gets out of prison. I'm not really looking forward to that. The owners must have really raised the rent on this place. There's hardly anything left on these shelves.
Cyboff, no, obviously this is not my first play. I actually played this and played this last year when it came out. Actually, here's a cool piece of trivia regarding my own YouTube channel, YouTube/The Weekend Slice, youtube.com/The Weekend Slice. I made a Let's Play of the Tex Murphy, of the Tesla Effect, a Tex Murphy Adventure demo. And it still is my most watched video. It's getting close to 2,800 views. I played the game and talked for 2 hours and something, 30 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes, almost non-stop. Pretty freaking badass of me, but it was almost a... I had played the demo before, I had decided to record a video, recorded the video, had a lot of fun doing it, and it seems to be the video that I made that catches the most of people's attention. Ooh, that's a nasty pile of
amateur
cigarettes there. What does that say? It says Enigma, a Tex Murphy novel by Aaron Connors. Tex Murphy had uncovered the greatest secret in the history of the world, and there were some who would stop at nothing to protect.
Looks like an interesting read.
Bam. Could be Raging Mayo. Welcome. Yeah, got the ladder down. Time to get out, ladder.
Now that I have a ladder, I can get into the second floor. Nice ladder.
Let's go get into that second floor. By the way, guys, I said this game was financed through Kickstarter. Here's a nice Easter egg for those people who did the backing on Kickstarter. There's some pictures, I think, of them, or pictures that they sent in. I doubt this cat actually financed the game. Meow. And if you
that's a nice smile.
Click on these pictures, you get some comments.
Seem stern, yet fair. Yeah, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
I don't know what the hell is this.
Well, this joker might have taken submit a headshot too seriously.
Damn.
He's almost too serious. The key to life is not taking it seriously and riding sharks.
And I'm not gonna click on each and every one of them. But if some of you are here, thumbs up for having backed the Kickstarter. I was not aware of the Kickstarter for this game. Didn't get a chance to back it, but I did buy the game when it came out, and happy to have done so because I really, really liked it. Who was this?
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. It's a Mike and I Camera Candy comic, Licorice Rope.
Found another one of these comics, and as far as I remember, there are some. I think there's at least 2 more or 3 more all over the neighborhood here.
Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year. I think we're getting close to our date.
Once a year. These are some abandoned apartment buildings, and the reason why I am in one of them is so that I can go up here, because if I remember correctly, one of those comics is somewhere. Yep, here we go.
Another Mike and I Camera Candy comic, Tootsie Rolled.
These are collectibles, guys, that you can pick up, and they'll show up in Tex's office. Now, even when I played the game initially, I did my best to find them all, but I didn't do it.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
Here's another one of those comics.
Mike and I Camera, Murder My Sweet.
And another one.
Another Mike and I Camera, Candy Cane Confidential.
Yeah, Berserker and Shadowrun Hong Kong is actually doing really, really well on their Kickstarter. They're fully financed, and they're just extending those stretch goals right now, hoping to get as much into the game as possible from the money they're getting from their financiers. Let's go back to Tex's office for 1 second because I want to check something out. Oh yeah, we're doing pretty good with these comics here. But like I said, I didn't manage to pick them up when I played the game previously. Here's Mike Hammer.
Mike Hammer books are great, but I prefer stories about his crazy nephews, Mike and Ike Hammer. I try to collect all their Candy comics.
Mike Hammer is actually a series of a real-life series of detectives. Yeah, Nightwolf, I missed a few of them in my playthrough.
Ah, the Big Finish Detective by your Aaron Corners. Finns make the best detectives.
The little jab with Mr. Connors there from Chris Jones, the voice of and the voice and face of Tex Murphy. What is this? Ah, yeah, another one of those throwback moments.
Archie helped me out on my Pandora directive case where we met a charming fellow named Jackson Cross.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Man, I thought this would have ended up in the Andes Mountains.
The pretty cool thing is, that guy was... I don't remember the actor's name for some... I mean, I'm blanking out here, but that actor was like in every single thing that I watched as a kid. Almost every single thing. He was in everything. And he was one of the coolest moments that I have... one of the coolest memories that I have of that actor is he was in Red Alert 2. He was the American general in Red Alert 2, if I remember correctly. And in one of the cutscenes when the United States were getting attacked and they had to run away, the general and his crew and the army headquarters had been relocated to Canada. And that actor has one of the funniest FMV lines, one of the funniest lines in an FMV cutscenes ever. He looks at the camera and goes, "They moved us to Canada. Canada, more cows up here than people." I really like that guy. Yeah, Barry Corbin. I think that's it. If I remember correctly, that's his name. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be talking about some of the things that we've been talking about, and I forgot to get up here.
It's an electronics shop now. That was a waste of time.
I have to get this exactly right. Yep, here we go. And a heads up for one really, well, attention-requiring puzzle coming up.
Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. There were hidden panels in rooms where they'd hide their stash.
Yeah, hidden panels. Can't really open any of these other doors. Yeah, Netrome, I remember War Games. No, can't really quote the movie, but I remember it.
Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue.
Bam!
Someone needs to update their poster collection. Prohibition ended 100 years ago.
Close the saloons. If you believe that the traffic in alcohol does more harm than good, help stop it. Help me to keep him pure. Please vote against the sale of liquor. So, well, actually, people, liquor helps to defeat microbes, and germs, and bacteria and such. I'm joking.
That's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue.
Hey, I'd like a free sub. Speaking of subs, if you guys want to go over to my own Twitch, that's Twitch TV/The Weekend Slice, or to my YouTube channel, that's youtube.com/The Weekend Slice. I'm shamelessly plugging my own stuff, and give that a look-see. Maybe you'll find something there you'll like, and if you do, give me a sub, or a like, or a comment, or whatever. Or just watch it. I don't really... whatever you'll prefer. Also, let's hook up on Twitter. Same thing. Twitter.com/The Weekend Slice. On Facebook, same thing. Facebook.com/The Weekend Slice. And let me know if you guys want to hear again where the name The Weekend Slice comes from.
What the hell's been going on in there?
Yeah, because you can see there's a gap here. There's definitely a secret room. And what is this? The annoying puzzle begins, and I will be required to do some thinking. For freak's sake. Memories in 8-bit, I appreciate that, buddy. And likewise. Oh boy, here we go. Damn it. Yep. What? Oh, it's that one. Oh boy, I haven't got that one. Raging Mayo, to be honest, I want to do some live streaming on my own Twitch. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance yet, due to work and life and stuff, but I have to figure out a way. My plan is, I want to do this. I want to have Saturdays live streaming on GOG's Twitch, Tuesday live streaming here on GOG's Twitch. I have Alan Wake on Saturdays and the Tex Murphy series here on Tuesdays, and I want to figure out a day where I can live stream on my own channel for a bit. I also want to do some YouTube stuff, but the problem is I don't have the actual time to do so, and I'm waiting on some news that might impact that, unfortunately, either in a positive or negative way. Depends. Let's wait and see. But I'm hoping to figure out more time to be able to live stream on my own Twitch. To answer your question, I got the Twitch name because at first because I didn't want anyone taking it. When I got my YouTube channel, I got the Twitch name as well. And I was planning to do some live streaming on there, but I didn't get any viewers. I got some viewers only because I was live streaming for GOG, and I love the fact that I get viewers and I'm able to interact with you people here, because without viewers and without interacting, there's no fun in it. I'm not monetizing any of the stuff that I do because I'd be making, what, $1 a month. But I'm just doing this for fun, and I get to have fun here with you guys. But keep an eye out for my own Twitch soon enough. Maybe towards the end of February, I might start a series on my own Twitch or something that might be fresh. It depends on my scheduling. Gonna shut up now because I have to figure this. I'm gonna click on something here to get it wrong at first, because I want to figure this out and memorize the way to do the proper what am I going to say here? The proper order of the colors. Now, here's why I went with casual, because I can now I have the option of skipping this puzzle. On Gamer, I don't. So if I ever get stuck on a puzzle and I spend 20 minutes stuck on a puzzle or something, I don't want to do that. It just ruins the live stream and ruins everyone's fun. Yeah, it's funny to laugh at me, but you're not going to see the game. So I wanted to have that option there. But I'm not going to do it this time, because I managed to beat this bastard of a puzzle, I think, twice already. So let's do it. Nope. Yep. Nope. There we go. Nice, this one. I always get it wrong. I'm gonna get it wrong a number of times before I get it right. Damn it, I forgot. Yep, that one, that one. Nope, it's this one. Luckily enough. What? It's not that one? Not that one. This one. Guys. Oh, wait. Okay. Nope, I got that. What am I missing? I think I'm always missing one. No. I'm an old man. Be patient. Yes! We did it! I feel good about that. I would call that a personal success.
Don't shoot.
Damn, that's a stiff private dick. Private investigator. Damn. Reminds me of Dexter, the animated show. Force field, force field. And day 2. Tex gets his mojo on, or dial M for moron.
Following our first lead and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You've got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
I just saw this actor on an episode of a TV show. Can't remember which one. I think it was Castle or something like that.
Is he dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI,
get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
Hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me. You'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do. I'll be in contact soon.
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue. I better hurry up and find something before they get here. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore.
Meaning that he drank directly hard liquor. No rum and coke. No whiskey and coke. Just straight up whiskey.
Yeah, tough break, hombre. This equipment is surveying several different locations, including my office. Someone knows what I've been up to. Must be the poor guy's wallet.
Let's get that. What the hell? Carlos, here are the instructions. Mason Bowers.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close, and a life sentence for a machine can last a very long time. So move!
Let's go.
As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find two officials waiting to greet me.
Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy, what were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to
Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know why they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a normal, San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. If you see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
I just love the atmosphere and the graphics in this game. The whole futuristic look.
Murphy, I got about a million things to do, and wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
Guys, for those who don't recognize the actor playing the police chief here, if you remember the old Seinfeld TV show, and I mentioned this on another live stream, this is the guy who played the famous soup Nazi in one of those episodes. As Ben Rapp on Chad, let me ask you a question, buddy. Are you one of the people who backed this game? And if so, is your picture in the game?
Well, first of all, no. And second of all, Danwich, you know me. You didn't have to send your goons down to get me. If you wanted me to come down, just ask me.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Danwich? Are you kidding me? Rhymes with manwich? And manwiches are unbelievably delicious.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Well, I hope you're more helpful than he used to be. Look, I know this is gonna sound pretty crazy, but hear me out. This morning, I wake up with a massive head injury and an injection mark on my arm. No idea how I got either one of it. Then I talk to a few people, I find out I can't remember anything over the last 7 years.
You're right, it does sound crazy. But, go on.
Thing of it is,
My last memory is of me and my lady friend getting shot.
Your lady friend, that was, Chelsea Bando?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Well, I know your burned-out speeder was found a few weeks later with Miss Bando's DNA inside of it.
Damn.
It is true. Chelsea's dead?
We closed the case. Though a few of us thought something didn't feel quite right about it.
What do you mean?
Well, the scene was too staged. But I'm not saying Chelsea isn't dead. The last time anyone saw her was with you at the Golden Pagoda.
What are you saying? I was a suspect?
You were, in fact. I'd have to look at the case. You were cleared at some point.
Can I look at the case files?
Now, you know you can't, so don't even ask. Look, Murphy, I feel for you. But it was a long time ago. Chelsea was pronounced legally dead, and there's no evidence to believe otherwise. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Did you ever catch the guy who shot us?
No arrest. Somebody high up on the chain locked that case down and threw away the key. Even if I wanted to see the file, I'd have to pull some strings.
What can you do to help me out here? I mean, until I see something or get some information, I'm just not going to be able to believe that Chelsea's gone.
I'm sorry, Murphy, I really am. If you can find me some new clues on the case, I'll do what I can to get it reopened. And that's the best I can do for you. Good luck.
No. I don't believe it. My gut tells me she's still alive. But I'll find out, one way or the other. So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
Okay, taking a pause here to say Cubase trademark, Cubase TM, however you want to be called, however you pronounce your nickname. Thank you for joining the live stream, and thank you for your work on this game, and I hope if you have the possibility to send a message to Big Finish Games, tell them that they have a huge number of fans here on GOG, including myself. I really can't wait to hear what their next project will be. If you're involved with that, then good luck with whatever that is. I don't want to press you for questions or anything like that. That's not my style. But I just wanted to say thank you for doing a top-notch job on this game. It was one of my favorite games from 2014. If you haven't heard already, I said it a number of times on this live stream, and it is one of the most, I don't know how to say this, just to not make it sound weird, but it's one of the games that really managed to find a place inside my heart and soul and stay there, despite the fact that I know it's not perfect, it has some flaws and issues, but despite all of that, it's a game that has managed to work its way right there at the core of what makes me tech, and it stayed there and it stays there even now. I listened to the theme song from this game all the time to get me pumped up for a hard day's work. And thank you for coming over, and like I said, send Big Finish Games, if you can, a huge hug, a huge thank you, and a huge I love you guys, and we love you guys from everyone here. Yes, Fleos, I'm not a native English speaker, and I'm always weird, for freaking sake. That's why you guys like me. That's why you guys join my live streams. I always make with the funny humor. Let's get back to playing the game.
The name Maldonado means nothing to me. And I insist that you give me a polygraph test to prove it.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047, Beek Nariz, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nerez refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
Goodbye, Cubase. Thank you for joining. All-Star. At least I'm on your kill list, which means I'm special and you like me. You really, really like me. Let's see what we have here.
Well, I find that hard to believe, but it's nice of you to say.
We arrest criminals so they can be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing there?
Well, I'm drawn to laser nets like a moth to the flame. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
Hey, privacy and all that, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, right. You're not going to check inside my toilet tank, are you?
I don't even think you're joking about that. You're free to go, Murphy. For now. Any questions? I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy.
That was short and to the point.
I have no evidence of an abduction, just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened. That whole neighborhood seems to attract more than its fair share of trouble.
Memories in 8-bit, sorry to hear that, buddy. What I do, I don't recommend taking pills for headaches all the time. I do get some headaches because I don't drink enough water during the day, so I suggest getting yourself a big glass of water, drinking that, and drinking and then another one, and as soon as this live stream is over, joking, just go to bed, because some sleep always seems to take the headache away from me. I know I wouldn't mind you leaving now to go and take care of your headache, but it'd be cool because I like to stay here for a while because I like having more people, as many people as possible.
As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead.
By the way, guys, if you have just joined this live stream, or if you haven't yet heard this is going to be an ongoing series here on GOG. Every Tuesday we're going to be playing a new episode of Tesla Effect, a Tex Murphy adventure. So, don't get upset when this episode ends, because there'll be another one next week.
She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror. One of the less obnoxious ones. I'm not allowed to let you see it. I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime and will be prosecuted.
We're done.
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can break it for me.
Yeah, but before we do that, see if I can actually get...
Better step it.
Hey, what can I do for you, Murph? I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember, but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore.
I was hoping to get the option to go to the doctor, but I don't know when that is, because I wanted to go to the doctor when we first talked with Louis, but Tex said, no, you have to investigate what happened, and hoping I get to go to the doctor later on, because those are some really, really cool moments there, some funny stuff.
That Holly is a real spitfire. I don't know how I feel about the whole holograms of people too thing, but yeah, why not?
The Dutch Gamer 01, this is an adventure game. It's an adventure game called Tesla Effect, the Tex Murphy adventure, which is part of the Tex Murphy series of games, all of them being, well, not all of them, there's 6 games in total. 2 of them were classic 2D point-and-click adventure stuff. The other 4 are, how am I going to say this, FMV based. They had these interactive video, real-life actor moments in them instead of having graphically generated characters. It's part of their charm, and it's part of what makes them really, really special. And they're probably the best FMV games ever made. And this is the latest one. It came out in 2014. It's called Tesla Effect.
I can't really talk about that. If she died the way the cops said she did, burned inside your speeder, it's just too much to think about. I keep a little hope that maybe she ain't dead at all. Or at least that maybe she died in a more peaceful way. So that so-and-so was spying on you. You and I wasn't real close, so I couldn't say why he'd been doing that.
That's so-and-so, huh? That's a pretty cool way to call someone.
I'm no good with that computer stuff, but that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz. I'll bet he could get you taken care of. You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that. Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here.
Yay, I'd like some barbecue. Netrome, thank you for that tip, buddy. I thought maybe it was something that I had somehow missed, or selected something that would make me miss that scene. Raging Mero, yeah, he's sort of Frankenstein-ish, obviously, in design, but he's not exactly a monster here. He's a mutant, I think. Well, I know. Yeah, Dutch Gamer, they're not really all of them like famous actors or high-level actors, of course, but they're really good for what they do, and they really work in this game. The acting in this game is surprisingly good, and this is coming from someone who's like a huge movie buff and cinema goer. I love movies, I love TV shows. I always get critical of spotty acting, but sometimes, you know, there's a certain level of cheesiness that works perfectly for a well-selected and well-designed project, and this is one of those cases.
Better step inside.
Inspector Burns Barbecue. And this is that asshole's office.
What the hell is that?
That's a SPO-pad, protecting the universe from imperfect life forms since 1967. It's like a mall cop with a 5,000-meter volt taser without a moral code. Be careful, Tex. I could get hurt.
This is here's what happens when you do something stupid in the game.
The police have been here and set up a SFOPAD security system.
Well, that was sooner than I expected. Next time, try destroying the SFO pad before entering Meldondo's office.
Now that's a handsome devil. Wait a minute. A rival PI. Oh man, how did this happen?
Gotta get into that guy's office, but I think that's going to be in the next episode. Because now, we're gonna talk to one of our new friends here in Inspector Burns Barbecue.
As I step into Inspector Burns' barbecue, I think I'm having a stroke. But no, burning toast is their special today. Behind the counter is the kid who Louis referred me to as the computer whiz.
When you come to my house, come down behind the jail. I got a sign on my door, barbecue for sale. I'm talking about my barbecue. Only thing I
Welcome to Inspector Burns Barbecue. My name is Mojo. Special today is chili con carnage. It'll destroy your hunger as well as your taste buds. Order when you're ready.
Netrom, I will probably be streaming for a maximum of 20 minutes. Have to go to work tomorrow, and it is, let me check, close to 1 a.m. here. Yep. So sorry I can't stay for longer, but you'll be seeing more of Tex Murphy next week, Tuesday, 9 o'clock GMT. You'll be seeing more of me on Saturday. You'll be hearing more of me on Saturday on GOG, on GOG's Twitch, at 9 o'clock GMT for the Alan Wake Spooky Show. We're doing a Let's Play series of the Alan Wake games Saturday here. So I'm twice a week available for your pleasure on and for your pleasure and entertainment actually on Twitch TV/GOG.com.
A hammy vice, a ham, cheese, and habanero corn dog, deep fried and wrapped in bacon. Does that come with a free colonoscopy?
Hey, you're Tex Murphy.
And you're Mojo. What a shagadelic name, baby, yeah!
My real name is Mordecai Josephus.
Are you serious? Well, that's my real name, too.
No way!
Yeah, well, it's pretty close. It's actually Tiberius, James Tiberius. Then my mom, she starts calling me Tibby, and, well, I had to come up with something that I could live with.
The ultimate Tex Murphy trivia. You just made my day. Look, I don't mean to geek out on you here, but you're Tex Murphy. Badass private eye. Man out of time. Always quick with a joke or his fist. What are you doing in a dump like this?
Outside Walker, is there a problem? I am here, of course. Cybuff, of course, is also for my pleasure. I enjoy being with you guys here a lot. Raging Mayo, yeah, I said I'm thinking about if my schedule allows it to do something on my own Twitch channel, probably closer to the end of February, maybe. Then if some things settle down and I find out my schedule clearly, I'll be able to figure out exactly what I can do or cannot do. I have something in mind for the end of February. It would be a series on my own Twitch channel related to a brand new game. I'm hoping that I can do it. I can make that happen. I can guarantee it, guys. I have a 9 to 5. Well, I have a pretty busy week life due to my job. It's called a 9 to 5, but it actually goes on for a lot longer than that. And I only have a limited amount of time available. So, and also I'm waiting on some news that can impact my schedule in a positive or negative way. So I'm waiting to see how that pans out. Outside Walker, no problem. There for your headphones. Get them plugged in. And time to plug and play.
I'm guessing you haven't won any Employee of the Month awards, have you?
Nice. Classic Tex Murphy.
Can you talk and cook at the same time?
Oh, you don't want to eat here. The food really will burn your face off. Inspector Burns is a bitter man. So, what are you working on? Wait, let me guess. Some kind of case just dropped in your lap. Seems like a small-time job, but there are tons of loose ends leading in all kinds of directions, and you are blindly getting nowhere.
Well, yeah, that is kind of what's happening.
Oh, I could help you.
Well, I could use a good caterer.
You are killing me. Look, Mr. Murphy, you fancy yourself as sort of a timeless classic, a PI archetype for the ages. You know your way around the crime scene, but it's no secret that you're not so good at high-tech gadgets. That's where I come in.
Fine. I have a fax machine, for God's sake, and I barely know how to use that.
Whatever I can do, just let me know. I just can't believe I got a chance to meet my idol.
You and me both, dude.
Me and Archie are buds.
We already knew that from hologram. Sector 3600. Welcome, buddy.
So glad Archie opened up his shop here. He's like a god at all this conspiracy stuff. Chelsea Bando. The Nora to your Nick. I wish I could have met her. Inspector Burns has tried to torch the Bruin stew at least twice. Sometimes I spend hours just thinking about what kind of baby she and I would have together.
Creepy. Someone's more creepy than me.
Sorry you lost her, but man, did you ever get an attitude. You think Maldonado was spying on you? Not surprising. Sure, I can decrypt the memory stick, no problem. It may take a while, at least a day.
Here we go.
He's the guy you hired to take photos of your cheating wife. You're the guy they hired to beat the crap out of the guy you catch with your wife.
Ha! Nice one.
Like Inspector Burns says, it all tastes the same when your tongue's charred.
Oh, Mr. Walker, that's kind of... Actually, that's actually a good question. We both have those sexy Germanic accents. That is something worth pondering for the future.
Another item on my to-do list today is checking out Maldonado's regular office that's on the street.
By the way, guys, for those of you watching the live stream, the game is not all about this street here and these characters. We're going to be visiting some interesting locations in the future. I have to take care of that thing right there. Chris, I was just joking, buddy. Because you know I also have the accent. I speak with accent when I try to speak with
Behind Rook's
accent.
pawn shop is a dirty, ugly alcove that reminds me a lot of Rook himself.
I'm just picking up some useful stuff.
Yeah, what's this? You know, the gate's locked. But when Rook gets to work, he'll unlock it. So I'll check back later.
Oh yeah, this is gonna go on for a little bit.
Frodo has a ring that can make him invisible, but I have a hand that can open any unlocked door. That's Rook's pawn shop.
That was a funny comment there. It is a funny comment from the Tex Murphy. You come here to play game with us on Livestream, yes? Where am I going? I'm supposed to be going to speak with Rook. Just trying to add a little bit of an accent there to make things more entertaining. just so that Chris, Memories in 8-bit, and Jordy don't feel left out.
Frodo has a ring that can make him invisible. Rook's the little gremlin who runs the pawn shop. I've heard that his hard shell is hiding a heart of gold, but if it was, he'd cut it out himself with a rusty soup can lid.
Murphy! Here, let me look at you. Louis told me something terrible has happened. I've been worried sick.
Well, I appreciate the concern, but other than a weird case of amnesia, I'm fine.
But Louis says you're behaving like a totally different person.
Yeah, according to Louis, I've turned into a real bastard over the last 7 years. I think losing my memories brought the old Tex back.
Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me that lump on your head has turned you back into the pathetic, pestering P.I. I used to know. This is a nightmare.
I'm sorry, Rook. I can only imagine how hard this is for you.
It's temporary, though, right? A side effect? Please tell me you'll be changing back.
Come on, I wasn't that bad. Was I?
Look, Murphy, I'll grant you have some detective skills, but it was all relentless, annoying banter and endless questions to me. Imagine my surprise when, over the past few years, you turned into someone I could actually tolerate.
No kidding. So what was it you loved most about the new me?
You cut out all the chit-chat and became a no-nonsense customer who pays in cash. You always seem to have plenty of cash.
Oh, I get it. All of a sudden, I get some dough, and suddenly we're best friends. So how did I come up with so much cash?
Well, how should I know? If I'd asked you that 2 days ago, you would have punched me in the face.
Well, I'd be more than happy to do it now, if it'd help.
Oh, very funny. I'll admit, Murphy, you do have a certain charm. It makes my skin crawl.
Okay, I'll cut the chit-chat. Just tell me where I come up with all this cash.
All my transactions are done in strictest confidence. That hasn't changed.
Goodbye, Inquisitor Vakulani. Good night.
You know, sounds like to me, if I get my memory back, you don't want to be on my bad side.
Fine. Though I don't know anything that could possibly explain what's happened to you. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did. Now I suppose this is where you ask if I mind answering a few questions, but this is not for old time's sake. You became a sullen, short-tempered bully, and I miss that desperately. I heard a commotion and saw a crazed man running willy-nilly down the street and 2 other men in pursuit. I was hoping they would tear that flop house down, and they would have too if it weren't for that meddling Clint. Such an upbeat, chipper little man. Utterly obnoxious. I went there once, never again. What with that herbal tea and incense, it's a veritable gas chamber. Oof. I knew she'd get nothing but trouble being with you. Louis' niece is an absolute delight. What she sees in you is an absolute mystery. A prince among men makes me wish I could still eat solid food. Years ago, after Chelsea disappeared, you came to me looking for leads to some valuable items, among them a lost Fabergé egg. You left the street for a long time, When you returned to Chandler Avenue, you seemed like a different person. Darker, more dangerous.
Remember that book with a egg title that Tex had on his desk when we first started playing?
I understand you have a thing for holograms. Maybe she's just your type.
Not a coincidence.
I'm sure you know much more about that than I. Some say you know exactly what happened. That's the man you think was abducted? The one I saw being chased down the street? I never heard his name before you told me.
Bye, Outstar Walker. I'll be finishing the stream up in a few minutes, just when we get done with this conversation, because it's kind of late and I have to go too.
Why would I know anything about that? If the police confiscated it, I suggest you talk to the police about it. Maldonado? He puts the PI in pig. I heard you two had something of a rivalry going on. Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. Next question.
He doesn't want to talk about himself. Of course he doesn't.
Now that Rooks is open, I'll bet his back gate's open too.
Okay, guys. We're gonna stop playing right here. Thank you guys for joining on this Tuesday for this first episode of Tuesdays with Tex. We had one of the game's developers here in chat, which was a pleasant surprise. So I'm going to let you guys know what's next for me. Next for me is Saturday, 9 o'clock GMT, the Alan Wake Spooky Show. More episodes of that here on twitch.tv/GOGcom. And then we'll be seeing each other next Tuesday for Tuesdays with Tex. Another episode of this right here on twitch.tv/GOGcom. Check out my stuff on YouTube, on youtube.com/TheWeekendSlice. See you guys on Twitter, twitter.com/TheWeekendSlice. I've got a Facebook page as well, but I don't really use it all that much. Facebook.com/TheWeekendSlice as well. And I've got my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TheWeekendSlice, obviously. Now, you've been a wonderful audience as usual. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really hope we get the chance to play the other games in the series of Tex Murphy games as well once we get done with Tesla Effect. Now I'm going to leave you guys with but first let me just save. Yes. I'm going to leave you guys with a pretty cool outro song. Let me switch over to this. And I'm going to tell you goodbye and thank you guys for watching. See you next time.